Oh shit! Damn it! I knew that was gonna happen. Well, no, I didn't. So we got our first ace in the P-51. We flew out the P-51C after a guy that was flying it in a previous match killed me. And I've flown it out before, and I've gotten 3 and 4 kill matches in it. It's decent. You have to, as with all P-51 variants, you need to be disciplined in it. It's a fastback, like a Razorback, like the regular P-51. It doesn't have the bubble canopy, but it has good guns. Has 450 cals with a decent amount of ammo, but you have to have some time on target, or at least hope for a pilot snipe or anything like that. So we had a good match in it. We earned 91,000 Silver Lions and 10,000 plus RP, 95% battle activity. Trying to see it. I wish I hadn't closed that other one, but you guys got a brief glimpse of it, and if you're watching the stream, all you have to do is scroll back and take a look, for those who actually care. But we can see more stats once we play the replay, which we're going to do here in a second. That is not a premium plane. It has no talisman. It's in a regular tree. I use universal belts. Everything else is, here's a stat card here. It seems to climb a bit better than 16 meters a second. Turn time is probably spot on. You don't want to turn fight with this thing anyways, but when it's fast, there's a couple things. It turns very well when it's fast, and you get to use flaps like in a broad speed range. I forgot how. I've never been able to get the flap rip warning with this plane. I think the last time not this time, but the time before when I flew it out, I was doing maybe 500 kph and I popped out the combat flaps and didn't get a warning. Pretty sure the landing flaps can be used at a higher speed than normal as well. So you can energy fight with this thing with the flaps. I typically do not do that, but we got a 5 kill match. We'll talk about it as we watch it. But yeah, this is a good plane, 4.0, so it can see up to 5.0 planes. I don't think we saw any 5.0 planes in that match. I don't remember seeing any, but I only saw a few planes. Most of them, I don't know what happened to them. We did win this match as well. Let's go back here. His guy outscored me by quite a bit, but he was doing a lot of gun running, ground running. They only had 2 planes that killed, so a total of 5 kills between that whole team. We didn't do much better, and my teammate for some reason didn't get a kill. Not for lack of trying, and he did get an assist. Was waiting for him to finish a wyvern. I gave him a bit of time, and then looks like the wyvern was going to get away, and he actually stated afterwards that he was running out of ammo. I think he said he only had like 200 and something rounds of and that was probably machine guns. He only had 250 something left, so I don't know. I kind of felt guilty for taking it, but I think that the wyvern was going to get away if I didn't. So I went ahead and took the shot, and he was okay with it. I did tell him, I was trying to give you time. Didn't know if I could get in the middle, and he said thank you. So we're gonna play this match now. We're gonna replay it, I guess. And typical of me, I try not to, I don't stream live so much anymore. because I found that I sit there and I try to gather great content, but I always end up like getting blown away, getting forced into a head-on, having these like 5-minute matches where I'm the only one left because I'm the only one who climbed, that type of shit. So now, even though I don't like watching the replays, I'll play them. And my teammate's gonna buzz the airfield. When I saw him, he's like, "Watch out, I'm coming," and I'm like, "What's he talking about?" And then I saw him, and I'm like, don't make a move." And he purposely goes between these trees. I'm like, he can mess around and have an accident and kill himself. So all of that, he gathered all of that speed and dove down, and he's trying to climb back up. And this is why I think the climb rate on this thing is underrated, because as you saw on the stat card, it was 16 meters, 16 something point something meters a second climb rate. And either he's climbing super aggressively and burning his energy, which he could well be doing, or I'm actually, I mean, I'm gonna catch him. So it's a good indication that that card, the stat card, is probably wrong. So and you can see here, I'm catching him. And I'm not even, I think I'm at between 15 and 20 degrees in climb. It doesn't even look like I'm pitched up that much, but that's probably why I'm catching him, because I'm finally understanding that you shouldn't, when you climb based on how fast your plane is going at a particular climb rate versus just sticking with a an angle. Before I was trying to climb 15, 20 degrees and leaving it at that. But the thing about that is, as you climb, the higher altitude you get, in most planes you start slowing down, because the altitude is thinner. I guess it's thinner oxygen up there. So what I started doing is I kept seeing people in videos kind of iterating, okay, well, try and climb at a certain speed, 271, 272, in that, try and stay in the 270 range as you're climbing. And that works well, because if you do that, your climb rate's going to be, I guess, constant, or as much as possible. I mean, it might change a bit, but if you're doing that when you're down low, you're actually probably going to be climbing at 20 degrees, and then as you get up in the 3,000 and 4,000 meter range, because the air is thinner, you're not chasing angles, you're just trying to keep a constant speed. And so you adjust for that lack of oxygen by just trying to stay at a certain speed. And that's probably why I climbed well, because I'm still in that range. I'm a little bit below 270. My teammates saw these two guys here. I didn't even see them. I kept, and then I looked at the radar. I'm like, where are they at? They were right under us. So if it weren't for him, I would have missed him. So initially I was going for the Wyvern, because he said he spotted the SPC, or the SP2. So since he's on the Wyvern, I decided to try and get the SP2C, and the AAA hits him, or he lights himself on fire with his own bomb or something. And so I decided, okay, well, he's pitching up, might as well just put some rounds into him, and I got credit for the kill. He would have been better off not pitching up at me. He might have burned out before I could get to him, but I doubt that's the case because I was diving pretty hard. So now I'm climbing back up, and I'm giving my teammate some room to, you know, I'm kind of hovering in case he gets in trouble, but if he gets in trouble with the wyvern, then he's not all that good. So he's doing well enough. He just can't get on target. Wyvern pilot is savvy. You can see him actually moving around. And here is where I decided to kind of at least intervene, maybe get an assist. I ended up getting the kill, and you'll see me type in here because I didn't want him to think that I stole the kill, and he wasn't on fire or nothing. And I gave him time to kind of work things out. Okay, so what we want to do here is while we're climbing up, I want to check. I think that was the wyvern guy, but I didn't check his so he's level 90. He's way upside down in these planes, but a lot of people don't fly like I do. I mean, you would expect him to at least be even, I guess, or try. I mean, some people just want to fly and they think, well, you know, I want to achieve the objectives at, I mean, no matter the cost, right? And I understand that, but for me, I get more of a thrill if I pretend, I only have one life. You know, if I fly this like if I was doing it in real life, you treat the plane as and your life as if they're irreplaceable. I think that's more realistic. I enjoy myself when I fly in that manner. And so, you know, a lot of people, they say, well, you're a stats whore. I've heard that before. And I'm sitting here flying and someone takes a look at my stats because I am not head-oning. I am not trying to fight zeros and turn fights. And the first thing they do is they try and go me or try and say I'm flying passively. But the reason I'm doing it is because I'm flying planes as they should be flown. You know, booming and zooming, for example. You know, this plane excels at booming and zooming. You don't want to be turn fighting in it. If you're gonna turn, you turn one or two times the max, and you break off and you extend, and then you zoom up and you boom and zoom, boom, extend, and zoom constantly. That's the only way you're gonna have a good time in this plane compared to other planes. So this guy got distracted. So I didn't snipe him. So I haven't sniped really anyone, but would it say it in here? No. I'm not sure it would. It might say it in game, you know, pilot knocked out, that type of thing. So now we have a guy here, and I'm at a disadvantage, but he is in a mosquito. I don't see many people flying mosquitoes all that well, so I'm not really concerned with him. But I am trying to climb up because I know that he's gonna boom down on someone, right? So at this point, I think I have something like 600 rounds left. So I'm still climbing. I'm climbing pretty well, all considering. You know, I'm not climbing like a rocket, but I am getting altitude. And so we see this BV, and I usually don't bother with BVs. My teammate is latched onto him, and I think he said he only had something like what did I say? I forget what I said he had, but he hasn't gunned anyone yet, so he's still good. But BVs can be tanky, and plus there is risk in catching flames and dying from BVs, which is why I hate them. So at this point in time, I think there's maybe two. Yep. So the Spitfire that was on the airfield, I think he quit. And I warned my my teammate that he's gonna dive on him, and sure enough, he's diving. He pulls off when he sees me, I believe, or when he sees him diving. Doesn't, you know, he's trying to play savvy, but he's not in a particularly good plane. They're bomber hunters, and they can take out some ground targets. So I don't know what he's doing here. At first, I think he's coming my way while he's diving. He is not. He's pulling straight up, and so I have a shot here to. I lingered long too much, and I think I hit him once or twice there. Nothing critical, and now he's trying to juke me. There's no way in hell he's gonna do it. So I'm missing my shots here. That almost looked like a pilot snipe. So I did hit him a couple of times there. So now we have 4 kills. And my teammate is trying to chase him. Not sure. I don't think he's taking his shots yet. So we have a good bit of altitude, but not enough to catch him. We're closing, but slowly, and he's beat feeding it to his base. I thought he was gonna J out and go back to hangar, but he did not, which is cool. But it, you know, when he did that, it did put pressure on me to try and get the kill without losing the plane. I wanted to get the kill. I didn't want him to be damaged and limp back to base and repair. I didn't want to get damaged and have to limp back to base and get repair. I didn't want to have to return to the base because I ran out of ammo, and at this point I think I have like 400 rounds left or some shit like that. So okay, he said his ammo's at 190. He pulled off. I don't know if he took any damage. I don't think he did. He's not smoking, but he did say he was returning to base, probably because there's no way in hell he's going to be able to take down that BB with just 190 rounds of ammo, unless he magically hits something crucial. So at this point I mentioned that the dude might quit. So I'm looking, and I'm at 4,700 meters because I don't want to get any closer and end up taking a magic bullet and not making it back. Also, now he's out of ammo. What did he do? He must have been attacking something on the ground. And 4 minutes of fuel, so he's not going to make it at that altitude on 4 minutes of fuel. So dude actually, he disappeared for a second, and he's probably getting selecting bombs and things like that. And he's taken off now. You can't see it here. I thought I zoomed in, but I had to be in there you go. So where's he at? There he is, right there. And with that plane being green, it was very difficult to spot him. I had to keep looking at like landmarks and things near him so I could try and track him and keep looking constantly. So he's crossing the river now. That's what I used to kind of. Last time I looked, he was between the road and the river. So now I'm booming down hard, and I think I throttled down, and then I call out that I'm gonna attack him. And I was trying to start a fire. And luckily I did not. Hold on a second here. I did not catch fire. Where's he at? There he is. And now he's turning toward me. I don't know if it's to kind of force me to fight, or if he's turning because he's got damage and he's not going to make it. I don't know if he lost an engine or two. I thought he was just going to head back to his base to kind of, you know, be, I was going to say be a coward, but he's a bomber, you know. So now I'm deciding, okay, well, I need to catch him and try and do some damage before he gets within range of his base defenses. And he looks like he's angling. And then when I look close, when I zoom in right before I make a run on him, I notice he's low. He's landing. So I'm trying to put as much into him, trying to crit stuff. Rips his wing, and I get credit for the kill. And now I'm kind of juking because I know that he might try and retaliate by getting in his guns and shooting me. So I obviously damaged something, like critted it, but the game didn't say it did, you know. So kind of got lucky there. So if it weren't for this, or it wasn't for the Wyvern, I wouldn't have gotten an ace in the plane. And you know, I've said before where you can't really make an ace match. It just has to happen. You know, it's a lot of moving parts to having to making an ace. I mean, again, you can't make them. That's a poor choice of words on my